What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Verdependent podcast, where we depend on the Verde and Black for our everyday vibes. This episode is brought to you by AC Memento. AC Memento, your digital sports and concert scrapbook. Download Memento today by following the link in the show notes or on any of our social profile bios. In this, our last episode of the Big 2-5, we look back on our preheated takes, we discuss early offseason action around the league, and get into some blind rankings of our all-time Austin FC players before closing out the episode, as always, with a stoppage time rundown of the hottest Austin FC, MLS, and World Footy storylines of the past week. I'm Paul Fletes.
And I'm Logan Bartlett.
And as I mentioned in the intro, this is our last drop of 2025. As we both get into the thick of our holiday seasons, we wanted to take the MLS sicko hats off for a second before picking it up, on Lobar's favorite date, January 6th. Lobar, happy holidays, G. Any exciting plans?
Well, I just want to call out January 6th is the birthday for my youngest cat. He turns 2 on January 6th, 2026. So that's why
100%.
Please check my voting record. You will know that he's being silly. Oh, my God, stop. I'm going to San Diego, conservative, liberal California.
Which is
where my mom is from. For Christmas to see my super liberal family and have a great time with all of our like-minded people.
That's right.
No, I'm kidding. I am going to San Diego. It's gonna be a great time. My mom is from there. All my family's out there. So Maggie and I switch every holiday year to year. So last year we did Waco for Christmas. This year we're doing San Diego.
Right on, man.
Yeah, get a little 75-degree Christmas on the beach.
Love it. Are you going to stop by Snapdragon, get a little kit in your honor? Or,
Well, I have the only kit I need, which is the Cascarino Wave jersey. So shout out my boy for that.
Yeah.
So I don't need to go back to the side of our ass whooping that we took back on my birthday. I'm happy to wait until next year's away day at San Diego, where we will both be there again. So
down.
Fuck that. We're going to Toronto, bro. Let's do it.
Down also. Yeah. Man.
Okay. Anyway,
the holidays, whatever. Oh man, I'm chilling, dude. We're going up to the in-laws in Dallas, aka Frisco, aka the Green Gator out there. Good old suburbia, for a few days, but nothing crazy. Just gonna be watching a bunch of footy, as the good Lord intended. But it'll be a good one.
I like the Green Gator shout. That's funny.
Yeah, man, it's a classic. If you know, you know. Good spot to take some takes, like our preheated takes, which I guess we won't add these to our official count by any means. I figured this would be a fun little holiday, spin on things. So, Lobar, why don't you go ahead and kick us off with your last take of 2025?
So I just want to call this out. I stole Paul's verbatim. Paul put his first, so when you hear ours back to back, just know that he was the creator of this fun. And these would just be 1 for 1. We both would get 1 correct, so it cancels out, right?
Right.
So my preheated take this episode is that Paul will receive no less than 2 big brain gifts for Christmas this year. Big brain can mean whatever you want it to mean, but not that. Chill. I don't know. I mean, not for me. Shit.
Right.
Big brain as in knowledge. Seeking and gaining knowledge from these gifts.
Hashtag lifelong learner, bro.
Hashtag lifelong learner, bro. Hashtag 6th grade technology teacher or whatever grades. I actually don't know what grades you teach.
7 and 8, brother.
Okay, that's what I said, dude. Damn.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good.
What's your preheated take?
Yeah, man. So I know my boy has the legs of a 2023 Reece James.
Yes, sir.
And so my preheated take is that Lobar will receive no less than 2 injury prevention gifts for Christmas this year.
Yeah. I like that. I need it.
100%
recoverer.
Yes. Hashtag recovery always, bro.
Hashtag lifelong recovery.
Yes. Oh my gosh. This has been all over the place, this intro. I love it. But we're going to go ahead and jump into what I have been waiting for a long time now. As I mentioned here in the first half, we've got preheated takes overview. So the 2025 MLS season ushered in something beyond a cup final or our second playoff appearance in club history. It ushered in what might be my second most favorite segment of the pod, which is the preheated takes. These takes have ranged from the fully serious to the seriously unhinged, and since everything in life is in some way or form a competition, we wanted to look back on who, quote unquote, won in our first not quite full season. What's up?
It's me. I just wanted to, for anybody watching, I was pointing at myself. Sorry.
Oh, you're pointing at yourself. Okay, I was like, you're pointing at the mic. I was like,
no, it was me.
Something wrong, bro? Are you choking?
Me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I get that. But anyway, yeah, before we did that, I figured it was right that we take a page straight out of FIFA's World Cup draw and take the scenic route here. So you're not going to get the full total right away. You're gonna hear about some other things that happened along the way. So Lobar, yes. I figured I would start with you. We have here the first part of this, which is the calmer takes. What were some of your, quote unquote vanilla, quote, safe takes that you had over this season?
Yeah. Okay. I like this one because both answers that I chose were very based on the time of year that I chose them, that I picked that preheated take. So
for sure,
the first one I did was we will turn the season around, which I said like the second week of March. So right. I gave myself a long runway. I think we lost like 2 games in a row or some shit, or we're winless in 3 or whatever the streak was. And I was like,
for sure,
we got this, bro. And we got it. So that was one of them. Okay. The second one that was also very timely was Austin will host a playoff game. And I think at this point it was like August or September that I said this, when we were like staunchly in the playoff race, meaning like the first round guarantees that each team hosts a home game. So it was very much a softball, more so betting like we're not going to fumble this. Yeah. We're going to make it to the playoff. And we did. So I think those were 2 of my vanilla kind of softball, alleying the oop to myself picks of like, here's some free points. Now I know, especially late in the season, my boy Paul was throwing out some hospital balls, bro, knowing that, I'm getting a point this week. So I'm excited to hear yours.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to try and go a little bit further back when I was really taking the spirit of the preheated take to heart. And so I think the first calm take I had was that we will make our longest run in the Open Cup in 2025. I felt like that was just we had already won, I think, 2 of the Open Cup games that we had played in. And so at that point, I think we just needed to win 1 more.
Yeah,
and we were like,
that's right.
Gonna go ahead and do that. That was in the 92nd episode. Nothing special about that. But then, I think going into later on in the fall, I think one of these was talking about, Owen Wolf, ending the season as Austin's all-time leading assist provider. Mm-hmm. The numbers were already kind of showing that was going to be the case, and it was just a matter of me calling ball. And like Lobar said, just alleying the oop to myself. So that was a pretty safe bet there. But yeah, so I think those were some of the more calmer preheated takes that we've done. But after those vanilla ass predictions, we wanted to look at the other end of the spectrum and shout out some of the wilder takes that we've had on this podcast. So Lobar, why don't you go ahead and lead us out, brother? What is some unhinged stuff that you have said?
I had a good amount of unhinged ones to pick from, especially like I was getting real granular, as if all points didn't count for one, like if they weren't the same, like I'd get extra points for getting like real timely of this exact Thursday, this will happen, I was never going to get those. So I avoided those because they're just so silly and require so much context. I picked some of the ones that were like trying to stand on 10 toes and then ended up flat on my face. So this was the first week of April. Austin will hold Vancouver scoreless on the road. And I think at this point we had like 3 shutouts, or, we were already on track to have like our best defensive season. And I was feeling ourselves, and we lost 5-1.
That was rough, brother.
So that was bad. Yeah. After like the 12th minute, I was like, oh shit, that went, oh damn. That was bad. Right. And then this one, so this was kind of, I say that it was wild because it was just based on belief. I think at this point in the season, we knew it wouldn't happen just because the media train wasn't with our boy Owen Wolf. But I believed, and it was more so speaking it into existence. I said that Owen Wolf will win Young Player of the Year. And I think this was in September. I should have written it down, but later in the season. And I remember a good like 4 or 5 episodes after that prediction through the end of the season, Owen Wolf had an assist and a goal, and a 98% possession or dribble success and pass accuracy, and all these crazy stats and crazy games where he's like breaking club records with a leading assist man. He's having his best season by far, and it was just like furthering that. Like he should have, like I know the voting's done already, but like since we voted or whatever, he had like 4 more assists and a goal. So who's Alex Freeman? Anyway,
true.
So I knew it wasn't going to happen, but it was just like, man, hopes and dreams. Like that. The spread is in my favor if I'm gonna win so much money if this goes through, like so yeah, that was a little far fetched, but I believed.
Hell yeah,
I still
man.
think he should have.
I feel that. Yeah, I know on my end, one of the more unhinged ones, this wasn't even like club related. This is I just felt like this mattered for whatever reason, but this was back in like early fall. I want to say like late summer. It was right before one of the international breaks, and Thomas Mueller was, I guess, doing a post conference after one of the Vancouver matches. He had just signed or something, and he leaked that Tristan Blackman was supposed to get a call up. And so one of my takes here was that Mueller will end up spilling one more national team call up before the end of the season, and that was just so out of left field. I was like, that one,
such low odds.
Right. Yeah. I had no idea what I was doing there. And then let's see. I think the other one that I had was, oh God, man. Bro, I look at some of these and I was like, Austin doesn't lose another home game in 2025. And I think I messed up because I included the playoffs here. We had pretty much wrapped up all of our home games. And so like, I think if I had just said like regular season, would have been fine. But we had to play LAFC, and that was not going to be the vibe.
It was not.
So yeah, man, it's been kind of a wild topsy-turvy kind of ride there, but I feel like nothing felt better when doing these takes than calling green on some club-related news before it actually went down like that. So, Lobar, I was going to ask you, what were 2 takes that made you feel like Timothy Turner this season?
One was I nailed it like almost to a T. It was, I think this was in May. This was close to the end of the voting cycle, or like as we were approaching the voting cycle for All-Stars. And I said that Austin will end up with 0 voted All-Stars, maybe 1 or 2 that are coaches, commissioner's decision, right? That's exactly what happened. No one from Austin FC got voted in, but both Brandon Vasquez and Brad Stuver were chosen by Nico, the coach, to join the team. And then last minute, when the Jordi Alba DNP happened to be, I think Garber called up Bito, I'm pretty sure. And
so like, hey, that's right. That was the day of.
He's like, hey, commissioner call. We're bringing Guilherme in there. So I called that one. That felt good. I was like, hell yeah, because there was a good amount of all-star takes around that time on my part. And this one, I think I nailed all of them actually. Yeah. But the other was, and actually, why don't you give yours, and then we'll come back to this one, because I think it'll be a perfect transition into the next section. So let's hear your 2, and then I'll give my last one, because I think I called it, but you may disagree. So
I got you. Yeah, I've got 2 here. One towards like the beginning of the season, and then one at the very end that I just absolutely, I felt like I was Nostradamus there. But the first one is back in episode 88. We were previewing our matchup against San Diego at Q2, and both of us called green and called buckets because you had one that was like Brandon Vasquez will score his first goal of the season against San Diego. He does in like under 15 minutes. And then I had us saying that we'll score our first goal from the run of play against San Diego, right? Because we had been like set piece merchants at that point. And so, yeah, that was cool doing that with the homie,
2 for 1
at the same time. I was like, ooh. And then
I would for LeBron.
Exactly, bro. Yeah. And then the most recent one where I was like, oh, I'm him, was when the MLS owners approved the fall spring split. I mean, I did give myself a comfy window of 2 years.
Yeah, dude, I was like, that was going to be in purgatory for like 2 seasons if it wasn't.
But for them, I think the fact that I like ideated this, to kind of just be on the radar, and then the next week, I mean, they were like, "Yeah, bro, I heard this on the Verdependent. We got to do it."
I'll give it to you.
I was like, "Yeah, they listen."
I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
So let me go back to my second, what I think is a green, and I think you called it out as a point of contention. The second one I had this was ahead of the last Austin San Jose matchup of the year. And I believe we had 36 goals scored between both teams in our history, our head-to-head history.
Yes.
And I said that after that match, the head-to-head will eclipse 40 combined goals. And we scored, I think it was 2-2, which was the 4 goals we needed to get to 40.
Right.
And you started talking about a technicality, and I was like, nah, bro, that's 40. I don't give a fuck. Like I said, eclipse 40 means it's 40 or more. And you're like,
eclipse clearly means that it's got to be plus 40, like
bro,
over 40.
I had the line underneath. I had greater than or equal to. That's what I was trying to say, bro. I said 40. Right. It hits 40.
Yeah. I get you. No, I think that was very much ball calling for sure.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man, that was really good. I think the other one, the last one that made me feel him was like calling out the Owen Wolf excellence early on.
Yeah.
And talking about him beating, surpassing Fagundes or Driussi as part of like the assists all time.
Yep.
You could just see that was going to happen the way that he was balling out. So,
for sure.
Hell yeah, man. Well, I think, we've already had the chance to split some live hair, hairs live on the mic. So I think without further ado, we'll do the tally, which I should mention did just change because one of those preheated takes was pending for you, but it just went green whenever Precourt did his little green smoke tweet. So now instead of 12, you are now at 13 correct.
Yes, sir.
To my 9 correct. So congratulations, Lobar, on winning this season's preheated take trophy, dude.
I appreciate
we need to find a better name for that, but
yeah.
Well,
I will say there's a handful of pending ones that could wrap up by the end of the offseason. So I think we could do one more tally in about like 4 to 6 weeks, just to say like, all right, the final tally. I think it would have to be a gargantuan string of like grand slams for you to catch up.
Right.
But I'd be happy if you did, because that means a lot of good stuff happened for us. So
there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of it surrounding the away kit. That's what I'm kind of banking my hopes on.
Off-season signings or non-signings, right?
Yeah, for sure. Well, speaking of signings, I think now would be a great time as ever to mosey off into the halftime segment of our episode, which we're calling the early MLS offseason action bit, because I mean, it feels like a long time ago, but Miami just lifted the trophy 10 days ago, right? And 2026 is already setting into high gear with some early movement across the league. And with all the recent news, we figured we'd just do this a la stoppage style, right? To give you the quick bits for the listener, the fun takes, and then we'll move on to the second half after our break. But I think the biggest news here, especially related to Austin FC, is that we have officially signed John Bell from, I guess that free agency, because he was a free agent.
Yeah,
right?
He was a free agent out of Seattle.
Yeah, because he was not picked up from Seattle Sounders, and so I believe is that a 2+1 that we
2028 with a year in 2029.
There you go. So we've got our backup center back, our fourth center back, if you will. Cup center back ready to go. We're excited to have John. What is your take on that?
Yeah, I think this is the ultimate like Julio Cascante replacement signing. Like, if you look at Julio's career path prior to Austin FC, he had this exact kind of profile of kind of a very rotational or injury starter, in the back line, and cup starter and whatnot. I think he has, from the very basic statistics piece, he's a clean player. He doesn't foul much. He doesn't get many cards. He has a high pass accuracy, right? So in a high possession or possession style of play that we see here and there, I think that's positive, and that probably led to some looks. I don't know. So this is something I noticed just now while I was looking at his page on MLS. But according to MLS, he's on the Austin FC roster now. He's on the site under our team, and he's listed as supplemental slots 21 through 24, which is interesting because we don't get to see roster, like they don't release live contract details. We get to see it in April or whatever it is
For
when
sure.
the MLS Players Association releases their roster sheet. So the fact that he is listed there, I don't know how much research or work MLS does to correctly identify those prior to the rosters going live. But like I know
Right.
the internal league office will manage those things and tell the communication staff where to put him and what, like there will be information shared that will designate those things. So that's interesting. That would be really good, in my opinion, if he's on a supplemental slot and not a senior roster spot.
Yeah.
That may be in the announcement, to be completely honest. I read it
Sure.
in passing between meetings 3 hours ago. So
Yeah,
they
yeah.
could have said, like, he joins on supplemental spot, which fuck yeah, dude. But
Right. Cooking.
I like it, though. I think he's the right kind of guy. He's from Merlin, which makes our boy Lojo happy. I think he's the resident Lojo's favorite player. He gets that badge now, which is shout out to the boy. So,
yeah. Yeah, I think for me, man, it's all about the money here too, right? And so whereas Julio was taking up a big chunk of that budget charge there with TAM and all that, it's like, I think he was coming from Seattle at a wage just over the senior minimum. So, if we can keep it somewhere closer to that line, that's good business done for the club. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so welcome, John Bell. Good to see you, buddy. And then as there is a hello, we might be looking at a goodbye to one Mr. Osman Bukhari, who has been rumored to be looking at an exit towards, hold on, we just practiced this, Widzew Lodz.
Yep, something like that.
Polish league, right?
Widzew Lodz.
That's it.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Something around 5 million is the fee, if I'm not mistaken, which we got him for more than that, right?
7, I think.
Yeah.
Tough.
Well,
yeah, it's well, if this lands, I would get another point in the Preheated Takes, just saying, because we'll likely have a new DP in 2026.
For sure. Yeah. This is definitely opening up that spot.
No big deal. Yeah, I mean, I think it would point to an interesting kind of change in Austin. My hunch is that it's less so the team wanting to move on from Bukhari as Bukhari maybe needing to move on from the team. Okay. He's without his family still. His family never came over to the U.S. He has an infant, a young baby out in Europe. And yeah, I mean, it's just, I think circumstance more than anything is likely what's causing this move if it does go through. According to some of the rumors we've seen, this would be a league record for the Ekstraklasa in Poland transfer. $5 million would be a league record. I don't know how true that is. It's from translated tweets. Could be a mistranslate, but maybe it's a club record. Regardless, it's some sort of record from what we're seeing. So I'd be curious to see how that plays out, and also how the number plays out. Do we have a sell-on clause? Do we have... is it a little bit more than we expect? Are they willing to pay a part of... I don't know, pay out his contract or something? Like, are there other details that are just not in the dark for now?
Right.
Because selling Bukhari on less than we bought him in, it doesn't seem very Roto-esque, Right. He tends to flip that on its head and get some value out of things. So curious to see how this plays out, but we've seen a lot of news go around just today from multiple outlets, even in our email inbox.
Yeah.
People are asking about it, saying, hey, apparently
what is it about this guy? Yeah. That would be kind of a bummer, man, because I feel like we never really got a chance to see him consistently shine in the way that we had wanted to have someone like a Joseph Paintsil, right, over in Galaxy when he was healthy the year that they won the championship. But if we got to keep moving on, it is what it is, man. That's business. But
to me, he's a dude that would have done really well in like Josh Wolf's 22-23 Austin FC teams when we were playing through guys like Diego Fagundes and sending Ethan Finley down the right flank sprinting.
Right.
He fit those molds better than kind of what we've seen from Nico,
Yeah.
where he doesn't seem to be prioritized as often in the
Yeah.
offense in his 1v1 creating abilities. It's more dependent on the matchup and other things. So if this means we bring in a really good attacking midfielder DP, could be interesting. We could be seeing like a 4-4-2 where it's like Vasquez and Uzuni as the two up top plus another attacking midfielder in the midfield. So it's interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, a little box situation. We're going to be here monitoring and sharing as much as we can. But yeah, well, got to keep moving. Over in St. Louis, the city, whatever they're called, I just call them the Energizer Bunnies. Yeah. They have named Yohan Dame as their head coach, 35 years old, who spent the last 3 seasons as an assistant coach in Columbus and at Cincinnati before that. Do you know anything about this?
He would be the youngest head coach in MLS history. Technically, asterisk, he already is because he served as the what do they call it? The babysitting manager, the interim, but they call it something.
Caretaker.
Caretaker, thank you. Caretaker manager in Cincy in 2019, 2020 when he was 29 and 30. So he's kind of already taken that mantle as the youngest MLS coach.
That was back when they were winning the wooden spoon and all that shit, right?
Exactly, yeah, in between their third and fourth manager or whatever it was.
GG.
So good for him. I think St. Louis City saw what Wilfred Nancy and co have been doing and said, we want to be able to do that. We see ourselves as having a similar blueprint and similar kind of culture to a Columbus Crew. So interesting to see. I will say the top tweet I saw under this news was, what about Josh Wolf? ? So I don't know who that was from. It could have been an Austin FC fan clowning, but
Bangaloff probably.
Yeah, it might have been Bangaloff, but it made me chuckle nonetheless. So,
dang, man, that's wild. Yeah. And again, for me, it's never about the lack of experience or the amount of experience, but rather, Sorensen and Mascherano have shown you that, all it takes is a competent roster, competent tactics, and you can make it far in the league. So, I don't think that's going to be the case here, though, with the Rapids, as they have named Tottenham Hotspur's assistant Matt Wells as their head coach. And, well, we know what we think about Tottenham.
Shit.
Yeah. Sorry, any Spurs fans out there.
Only one real Spurs in the world.
But anyway, talk to us about the Pids, bro.
Cool.
Yeah.
They're kind of ass already, and they'll likely continue to be ass, and that's unfortunate. I think in terms of pedigree, it's a big swing for a club like Colorado, to give some real talk. Like St. Louis is bringing an assistant from Columbus and Cincinnati. Colorado's going international, bringing an assistant from Tottenham. There's levels to that just on pedigree and paper. So, it could be a cool move. It could be a big swing for them, and maybe it works out, but they don't have Tottenham purses out in Colorado, unfortunately. They have salary caps and other things, and an ownership group that doesn't seem willing to spend too much. So this is very different reality that Matt Wells is going into. But cool pedigree, good for them. I'm sure some people are excited. I'm not
for sure.
Whatever.
Yeah. Looking over even further west, over in LA Galaxy, they have just completed the signing of Jacob Glesnes, who is leaving Philly, 2-time MLS All-11, whatever.
Yeah. DPOY once or twice.
Yeah, defensive player. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good signing for them. I think he's a good kind of veteran. When they get Ricky Puig back, they get Paintsel back at full health, and everybody back in the lineup. If they keep Diego Fagundes, which may or may not happen.
Right. Is Yoshida still there? Because that would be kind of insane to have Yoshida and Glesnes on the same back line.
I don't know, but I kind of like it. It says he's still there. I mean, he's old, so he could end up being a Matt Hedges backup type shit.
For sure.
I think Glesnes is a good signing from MLS standpoint. He's the kind of veteran you could bring in and to a team that wants to compete again. So
Hell yeah. And then keeping it defensively focused, we've got Walker Zimmerman on the way out of Nashville, and he is taking his bags and moving over to Toronto. That deal appears to be done as well. And so, yeah.
Yeah, Trader. I'm kidding, not Trader.
R-
I just say that because he's on the
right,
men's
bro.
national team for the U.S., so he's going to Canada.
Yeah,
But Toronto's pretty much America. Let's be real.
it
So,
is. Yeah.
um,
York Light.
exactly. Yeah, I mean that's cool. Again, solid signing. He's 32, getting a little older, but he still has good quality in his bag.
Mm-hmm.
It's a guy, and I want to say preface this real hard. Like I don't know much about John Bell. He's younger. I'm sure he'll do great for this club, and I'm excited to have him. But when you
Yeah.
look at clubs like LA Galaxy and Toronto signing multiple time defensive player of the years who are maybe a little bit older than John Bell, but have that pedigree and that skill.
Yep.
It's a different kind of caliber of player they're going after. I'm happy with our starting center back, so we don't necessarily need that, but
Right.
it's interesting nonetheless.
Yeah, no, I agree because I think it's important to contextualize all of that because Toronto have been sorely needing a defensive presence, to help with their struggles in the back, and then I think the same thing with LA. I think they were trying to plug a gap there, and so it's just a matter of finding those key defensive anchors for them. But we've got Svatak, we've got. Oh my gosh, why am I blanking right now?
BHI, bro. Hindsight.
Yeah, dude, hindsight. You know what I'm saying? Bro's him. But anyway, looking over in the attacking side of play, we've got Lewis Morgan heading out from Red Bull to your shadow club, shadow favorite club, San Diego FC. That deal appears to be done, and I think that one is one of those interleague trades or whatever for some GAM.
$2 million in GAM kind of vibe.
Hell yeah.
I think this is the kind of move that a competitive team makes to stay competitive and get potentially even better. They got a crazy attacking line already, and bringing a proven scorer like Lewis Morgan, who was lighting up the league just, what was it, late last year? Like last year, he had an amazing year. 2024, that is. He's about to be 31, but it clearly doesn't matter. He can score some goals. So definitely the last three players we talked about are players where I'm like, if Austin signed them, I wouldn't be mad, like that kind of quality in MLS that we were potentially looking at bringing in. So
I wouldn't have been mad at a Lewis Morgan, bro. Like,
no, not at all.
In the center of our park. No, not at all. I know he's definitely more of the like leading the line type, but I can also see him being a really good facilitator. But we'll keep looking.
Good
not
for
a big deal.
Yeah,
100%. Looking here, it says Luis Suarez plus 1 year deal in Miami in talks.
Yeah, he's in talks to sign for another year. Is the point? I don't think he was happy with the way this season ended, not getting to see the field when they lifted the cup.
Yeah.
Obviously, injuries were nagging him the end of this year, so there's talks that he's going to come back for one more and be the last, Messi friend that sticks around, who was there from day one. So
interesting.
Who cares? But
yeah.
Somebody does.
That you included this is even head scratching. But anyway, and then
it was
I think
the most liked of all of these tweets from Tom Bogert. Not just that.
Yeah, that's
the
fair.
most engaged with. So
I mean, to be fair, Luis Suarez is a big figure still in football. I don't understand it, but it is what it is. I'm just a hater. Ty Baribo is heading north from Philly up to DC. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Did I say that? That's south. Yeah, my fault. I'm doing that Texas geography. Yeah, close your ears, Lojo. But yeah, Ty Baribo, striker from Philly, is heading down to DC United. That sounds.
That one actually matters. That will be very good for DC. Ty Baribo was in the Golden Boot race most of this year. Has the capacity to be a prolific scorer. Who's going to get in the ball? I don't know, but it's a good replacement for Benteke leaving to bring in a guy like Baribo, who's a little younger and just as prolific. So good move from DC. Sure.
Hell yeah. And then randomly here, we decided to add in the first free agent switching clubs this winter is defender Brandon Bye from New England Revs to Portland. So congratulations, Brandon.
You were the first one to move. Good for you, buddy.
That first move there.
It feels very much like John Bell signs to Austin FC. You're like, fuck yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, bro. Got to get CB number 4 in the books, man.
Sir.
It is what it is.
And I'm happy about it. I want to say again, shout out to the boy John Bell. You're gonna be
We
big
are
for
ready,
this club,
bro.
bro. Merlin represent,
Yes.
dummy.
That's it. That's it. Well, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we are going to do something we haven't done yet before, which is a blind ranking of, again, all time, past 5 seasons. If they were an Austin FC player, they are up for grabs on these lists. But we're going to have some fun doing some blind rankings before getting into stoppage time. So we'll be right back.
Yes, sir. Yep.
And we're back, and we have all. I don't even remember the count of how many players were contracted under Austin FC's.
Too damn many. I think it was 80 something.
Feels right. Anyway, over the past 5 seasons, we have accumulated these names of players, goalkeeper through forward, that we have decided to randomize and put into a list to do those funny little blind rankings that you see on TikTok or Instagram, whatever the crap.
Or YouTube shorts.
Or the shorts, yeah. I still don't understand the meme there, but anyway, I'm old. I am unk. Okay, sure. Anyway, so Lobar, I think you have access to the list of all the players, right? Mm-hmm. And so you have generated the list for myself to do. Mm-hmm. I have done the same for you to do as well. So I think what I'll go ahead and do is tee you up to give your or for me to give you these players to rank blindly, and then we'll go ahead and return the favor. Sound good?
Yeah, hit me one at a time. I'm ready, bro.
All right, bro. We're going to start off with none other than Sebastian Berhalter.
Ah, man, you had me for a minute. Okay. I'm going to keep this in the context of his time at Austin, not what he's become in MLS All-Star.
Exactly. Yeah.
Berhalter, he was just with us for 2 seasons?
Like 21 and 22? Feels like? Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Was he even at 22?
Dude, I don't even remember now. I remember 21 mostly when he played a lot when we were really bad. But he was also really young, and I thought he did okay.
Yeah.
I think he's a solid 7 for me out of 10. I'm going to put him at 7th. Just because I think you're going to have some dog water players here for me.
Yeah, you might have a little bit of dog water in here. I'm not going to lie. But anyway, the next one up is, oh my gosh, Emi Rigoni.
Oh, Rigoni. Damn, bro. Okay. I think he has to be above Berhalter. I know that's crazy to say in hindsight because of expectations versus reality. But did you say, does he have to be?
Does he have to? Yeah.
I think he does. Oh, dude, straight up, I think I'll put Rigoni at 6. I think that's fair. I think there's 5 people on this list that are better than Emiliano Rigoni.
Interesting. Okay. Because the next one up is Moussa Djite.
Yeah, okay, I feel better. I feel good about that. I think Moussa Djite did more for this club than Emiliano Rigoni did.
That's
he had a
fair.
hat trick, which is like as many goals as Rigoni had in his career here, you know?
Yeah.
Also, vibes-wise, I fucked with Djite a lot more.
This is true. He was our vibe lord for sure.
And I will say, when he was in the game, we could strategize around him with the ball. We could say, all right, Djite's down there somewhere. Hit it to him. He's going to get
his hold-up play was still...
Yeah, and lay it off. So
it was up there.
I hate to just be going in order, but I think I'm going to put Djite at 5, and I think it's going to start breaking up the list from this point on. But I'm okay with Djite at 5.
Okay, that's fair. So you got Djite at 5. The next one up is Andrew Tarbell.
Shit. I think just for that, the couple of vibe games he had after Stuver got injured, I'll put him at I'll put him at 9. And I'll rationalize that by saying he literally never played for us outside of like a handful of games. So like, even if I get some bum that at least played games, I'm okay with putting them above Tarbell.
That's fair. Up next, Maxi Urruti.
Okay, see, I feel good about this now. We have 6 spots left?
Something like that, yeah.
Bro, straight up, he's got to be 3 for me.
I want to say the feeling as soon as that pulled, I was like, oh, that's going up high there.
He's going to be 3. I want to remind the listener that this isn't where I rank them literally all time for our club. It's in the context of the 10 random players Paul has for me that I have not ever seen. So I
Right.
think Maxi is top 3 from what I've gotten so far.
Gotcha. The next one is Memo Rodriguez.
Okay, I feel good about this. Shit. Dude, I feel like there's some absolute stinkers coming up. Fuck. I should put Rigoni higher. I think Memo is going to have to go 8 for me.
Yeah, that's valid.
Just because he was barely here. Flash
Yeah.
in the pan. Damn, that fucked up.
You're good, bro. You're good. You're good. Because up next, we have John Gallagher.
Okay. I high key, I would consider putting him at 1, just based on we have 4 spots left, and I don't know what kind of players coming up.
Yeah.
Dude, straight the fuck
first
up.
goal at Q2.
I'm gonna put him up as 1, just in the context of this. 5 years for this club, Iron Man, never been injured. First goal at Q2, MLS All Star. We've only had what? Well, I guess technically after this year, we've had 5 of them, 6 of them, 5. Yeah. So he's one of 4 All Stars who were actually chosen. Beto, shout out to him, but he was like an injury All Star.
Hell yeah.
I'm okay with putting him at 1.
Gotcha. Jared Stroud.
Hey, okay. Shit.
I can already hear most listeners just absolutely putting him at 11.
Yeah, I mean, again, that was past his time in Austin when he did that to sweet baby Kip Keller, so I won't fault him for that.
Yeah. Good man. Good man.
But he is better than Memo, in my opinion. I think he'd be better than Berhalter too, in terms of, I think he'd be around the Berhalter range. But since I fucked up and put Rigoni and GTA at 5 and 6, damn, Stroud. You have a stinker for me, bro. I'm putting him at 4.
Dude.
I just know that this list is already washed, but I just know there's somebody crazy coming up.
There's not. I don't think so. I think this is going to be a respectable player here coming up. Johan Romagna.
Damn. Shout out Romagna, bro. I have 2 and 10 people, so I think I have to go 10.
Oh no! The leg strikes again. The hamstring.
I have to go 10.
Yeah.
I respect the dude. He does not deserve to be 10th. I think he's probably 7th on this list if it wasn't blind. But I'm leaving the number 2 spot to fate, and we'll see how Dirty Paul did me.
Well, I think you'll be happy with this one. Danny Husin?
Ah, fuck. Okay. You know what? He's not number 2, but he's going to have to be. I think he would have been maybe top 4 on this list if he hadn't been injured so much. He had some pretty banger moments.
Still my all-time favorite goal, man.
Yeah, your all-time favorite goal at the Pollo Up game.
Well, not even the Pollo game. It was the comeback against SKC at home.
That's right. It was
that
the turnaround
side
fadeaway. Yeah, that he hit it side leg off the post in, right?
Felipe's first touch of the game was the assist.
That's right. Okay, so I'm gonna run through it for the listeners just because I got it in front of me. So I got Gallagher number 1, Danny Husin number 2, Maxi Rucci number 3, Jared Stroud number 4, GTA at 5, Rigoni at 6, Berhalter 7, Memo 8, Tarbell 9, Romagna 10. If I had to do this again, straight up, I think it would have gone Gally, Maxi, GTA, Rigoni, fucking honestly, Romagna.
Hell yeah.
Romagna, Stroud, Berhalter are like a fine 3 in a row for me. You kind of put them wherever. I think they're okay with like 5, 6,
You're
7.
a day one, bro. I love it.
Yeah, I think realistically, Stroud and Memo and Tarbell would be the bottom 3. So I think like 5 through 10 are kind of 5, 6, 7. Pick a 3 of Stroud, Berhalter, and Romagna. 7, 8 through 10. Pick Memo, Tarbell, and or what did I say? Memo, Tarbell, Stroud. 5, 6, 7 was Berhalter. No, sorry. Husin's in the bottom 3. That's my bad.
That's crazy.
I think he's 8 in this list just because of injuries. He never really played.
It's valid.
Something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I think if I could switch one, it'd be switch Husin with Rigoni, and I wouldn't be mad at this list.
Yeah.
You know? I'd be
think
okay
that's
with
fair. I think that's fair. I don't know, man. I think Danny Houston is a fair shout in the top
top
two
half.
spaces there. You
Okay,
know,
fair enough, fair
you
enough.
recognize you got ball there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Like,
I appreciate that. Two of the best goals in Q2 history are
yes,
John Gallagher and Danny Houston. So I'm not mad at it.
facts.
Uruti was always going to be top 3, and I think you knew that. So
Yeah,
I
hell
like it.
yeah,
I'm not mad at it. Fuck it. We'll post these somewhere so people can see them
yeah, yeah.
and
It's
judge
fun.
us.
Cool.
Okay, cool. Do you want me to? You want to do yours?
I'd be lying if I said no, bro.
All right, cool. I got 10 names here
Hit
for
it.
you, bro. Rank them 1 through 10. You don't know what's next. We're starting off with the softball, in my opinion. We got
Okay,
Guillermo Buto.
that's a softball.
He's a good player.
He is a good player, bro. I think I'm gonna have to put Bitero comfortably at 5.
Okay, I
Let's
respect
set
it.
the line. Let's
I
set the
had
line.
my cursor at 4, ready for you to say 4, so I'm cool. Yeah, set the line with Buto. I like it. You got 4 players better, 5 players worse. Not a
Right.
bad shot. Next up, Robert Taylor.
Ooh. Again, I'm gonna do similar to you and contextualize this in the pure involvement in an Austin FC uniform. Forget the fact that he played with the GOAT at Miami with Messi.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to comfortably put Taylor at 10.
At 10?
10.
10. Damn, respect. That's
Mhm.
crazy. All right. I will remind the listener, this is 100% randomly generated. I put all 80 whatever names in a wheel and clicked it 10 times, and these are the 10 names I got. So
Yeah.
it may seem like a lot of recent dudes, but we only have 5 years of history. Next up, you'll like this one. Alex Ring.
Oh, oh my gosh. The warm fuzzies that just, oh my God, dude. Alex Ring has got to go 1, bro. Oh, captain, my captain.
Before I even said it, I wrote Ring 1 for your list.
Dude,
I just knew.
yes, 100%, dude. I am, oh my gosh. What
I
a
know.
time. What
I know.
a time, bro.
I respect it. This list was meant for you. The wheel knew that Paul was
The
ranking this one.
wheel, the wheel did know.
I love it.
Okay. I'm
All right,
liking
next
this
up.
list so far. I think I'm doing good.
Oh, I think you're doing great, man.
I got my
nobody could look
cap,
through.
I've got my middle,
Yeah.
and you know.
I love it. Next up, a true flash in the pan. Washington Caruso.
Oh my gosh, the bicycle kick that goal.
Yeah, off his
Question
knee
mark?
to Finley.
That's right. Dang. Maybe I should have put Robert Taylor at 9. I feel like, yeah, that was a flash in the pan, and flashes usually go down at the bottom. So let's go ahead and put him right over Robert.
Okay.
Caruso at 9.
All right. I respect that.
Yeah.
I was excited for all of like 4 weeks. It's like, oh, we got an Ecuadorian who's willing to do
I
it.
mean, he had some sauce to him too, man.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
willing to
You
do
know,
some crazy shit. That's fun.
a little chat.
Another one that I know you'll like. Mr. Honda Odyssey himself, Ethan Finley.
Ooh. Why are all my wingers at the bottom, bro?
That's on you, bro.
That is on me.
Nico Estevez got beat.
For real. I think I'm gonna play it safe. I feel like Finley did a good job for us. I'll never forget when he absolutely went off against Miami in the second half as a sub. So let's go ahead and split the difference there. Put him at 7.
Okay. Scenes out here on this list. He thinks there's 4 more people better than Ethan Finley on here.
Yeah. I'm betting on it, dude.
Bet. All right, next up. The legend.
Hayden Stanley.
Kip Keller.
Kip Keller. Oh my gosh, dude. I missed the hairband. Tough, bro. Tough.
Yeah.
It wasn't your fault, Kip. But we gotta put you at 8 comfortably.
Respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, this is completely randomly generated.
Yes.
I did manipulate the order a bit, though, because I thought it'd be fun. Because next up, we have a truly fire-starting flash in the pan. Emro Tarek.
Oh no! What have I done? Emro Tarek is not better than Finley, Kip Keller, Caruso, or Robert Taylor.
Oh
Oh, what
no.
have I done? I have to absolutely fill the lowest possible slot
Yeah.
with Amro Tarek.
Uh,
That goal, I'm not gonna lie though, that goal
yeah. I mean, it was a banger. Watching
was it?
Carosa would be proud.
He would have. Yeah, bro. I mean, why are we talking about this anymore? Put
Because you have him
Tarek
at sixth.
at 6. God damn it, dude. This is a terrible list.
All right, you may have some chance to redeem yourself here.
Okay.
Next up, we have Diego Fagundes.
Mm. Okay. So I got 2 through 4 open,
Yep.
but I'm holding out for the likes of a Stuver,
Okay.
a Driussi to come save the day.
Mm-hmm. I
Um,
mean, I didn't choose this
but
list. I want to remind you, this is the wheel. So, like,
right.
he could be Freddie Kleeman. Like, you don't know.
Dude, it could be Freddie Kleeman. You know what? Let's be on the safe side here. Let's relive 22 in the top part of this list. So let's put Fagundes at 2.
Respect. I respect it. I think that's a good choice.
Because you definitely scared me with Freddie Kleeman, even just the mention of his name.
Come on, you can't take. I'm the one telling you the list here, bro. You got to take everything I say with grains of salt.
It's all right. I think everything else here fits comfortably in a 3 or 4. Let's be real. This is an MLS team.
Hey, you're not wrong. And next up is Felipe Martins.
Oh my gosh. Felipe. Oh, that's got to go 4. That's a shithouser. That is the boy that teed up my favorite goal in Austin FC history. I mean, also did crazy work against Atlanta.
True.
You know?
Yep, he did.
In 22, mind you. So
our best season.
Jesus, man. Yeah. Shout out Felipe one time.
Shout out Felipe 2 times.
So all right, let's find out. Yeah, let's find out what this is going to look like in the 3rd spot.
Yeah, does this bust your list even further, or does this save it a little bit? Well, I think it's a little bit of both, honestly, because your intuition was right. Next up is Brad Stuver.
Oh, bro, I won, dude.
Oh, I mean, I think a lot of people would argue that Stuver should be no lower than 1.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, they're not me though. They don't value the ring like I do. You know what I'm saying?
True. That's right.
So yeah, I mean, Stuver. I feel terrible. I mean, okay, hold on. So ring at 1 makes sense. I would flip Fagundes and Stuver. That would make. Well, hold on. I would probably just wipe Amro Tarek's name off and ask you for another player. If I really had to just only make one edit here.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, truly, because if you had a name like, let's say, I don't know, pick anybody that's between Biro and Finley.
Right.
Julio Cascante. Fuck it. You know, like,
yeah,
that would be good. You know?
Yeah.
That list wouldn't actually be that bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, keep going with this. You had Ring, number 1. You'd flip Fagundes and Stuver, potentially.
Right.
What are you looking at from there? Or just tell people your list altogether. Run through it.
Yeah. So at the top, again, Alex Ring, followed by Diego Fagundes, then Brad Stuver at 3. Heading into 4th place is Felipe, followed by Guilherme Biro at 5, Amro Tarek at 6 for whatever reason. I don't know how to do these lists. Apparently, I'm doubting myself now and my ability to do this. Ethan Finley at 7, Kip Keller at 8, which makes sense, but you got to remember I put Tarek at 6 somehow. That's on me. And then Washington Caroso at 9, and then Robert Taylor rounding it out at 10.
Yeah.
I must not like wingers.
For real though, I will say the general pacing of your list isn't terrible. The top 3 are correct. Those are the 3 guys you would have 1 through 3 in whatever order you choose.
Right.
For sure. Stuber. I think you push Tarek to the bottom, move everybody else up 1. Not looking too bad. You have Felipe, Bito, and Finley as the next 3. Maybe switch them down a little bit, and you look better. Flip Finley and Felipe to 4 and 6 respectively. Fine.
Right.
And then from there, having Keller, Caroso, Taylor, and Tarek as the bottom 4, I think is the correct space. So You weren't
Well,
far off.
for sure. No, for sure. Now here's the even deeper question: does your 11 or my 11 win?
Oh, I mean, yours for sure. You had some heavy hitters on yours with Ring,
Yeah.
Fagundes, and Stuver. Those three will win you the game right there. Finley as well, right? Scoring goals. Taylor scoring goals. I think I am weighed down by guys like Emiliano Rigoni, Johan Romagna,
But
Andrew
I
Danny
think
Houston.
I don't know, man. I think the likes of a Jared Stroud or a Rigoni and like a Musa Gite, bro,
True. I think those three up top should
down
be okay.
south over at Onion Creek. You know what I'm saying? I think they
True.
can run the field. You know what I'm saying?
True. I'll run center back with Romagna. We got
There you
two
go.
good hamstrings between us.
Right. Tarbell's not a bad shout in between the
No,
six
he's
there.
not.
You know,
He's not.
not for a little Sunday action.
No, he
So
was supposed to be the starter, man. Fair enough.
that's right. That's right. Well, cool, man. No, this was fun. We'll definitely make sure to share these out. And I understand that, you know, some folks might be scoffing at the fact that, you know, 5 years and we're already trying to do this crap, but it's like, I mean, it's already been 5 years, dude, of this club. You know, and we're gonna start heading into year 6. Can't believe it.
New
and
players.
So it's been a ride, but yeah, these are the level of players that we've gotten. So I'll be honest with you, man. When I was putting this list together, I was like, oh my gosh, these random spits are not fun, bro. Like,
yeah, he had some crazy spins.
You know, so some Manny Perez, some Ben Sweat, you know, some Leo Väisänen, Adam Lundqvist, bro. Do you remember Adam Lundqvist? Lundy, bro.
Of course, man.
But anyway, that's been blind ranking Austin FC players from the past 5 seasons. I think it's time to get into some stoppage. And bro, we're just going to go off rip here. Austin FC is competing in the 2026 Leagues Cup. I don't understand it, but you said you do. Lobar.
Yeah, it was honestly really easy to understand. I kind of was just conflating everything of like, but what? You know, essentially we can play in 2 of 3 of CCC, Leagues Cup, and Open Cup. We're not in CCC, so we're playing both. We qualify for Leagues Cup. That's the first barrier for us, or the first phase for us, because we placed so high in the standings.
Correct.
And then from there, the second option is to qualify into Open Cup, which we did because we're not playing CCC. So it's really that easy. So we're playing both Open Cup and Leagues Cup. Should be interesting. It's kind of a flashback of the 2022 season in terms of our workload, where we had the League, Open Cup, and Leagues Cup.
Was that 22 or 23?
No, 23, you're right, but that was CCC and not Open Cup. That was when we had the FCDO playing, so I don't fucking know. Maybe we've never done these two. I don't remember. My brain is
because 24. Well, now that I'm scratching my chin now because I'm like, in 24 we definitely, you know, surprised people with Leagues Cup.
Leagues Cup, yeah.
But
I don't know. Either way, we're playing these two, and it should be interesting. Because
hell yeah, get ready, John Bell. You gonna have some fun, bro.
Lock in, bro.
That's
you and John Coleman, you're holding it down.
Amen, bro.
Love it.
Looking over in the Eastern Conference, the Chicago Fire transfer their homegrown Brian Gutierrez to Chivas in Liga MX. Looks like a $5 million deal with a sell-on fee.
So I see this, and I think, is this what Owen Wolf's future looks like for us? Is this what Michael Burton could end up being for us, right, with PT? In terms of, you know, he does his thing for this club until he's too big for us, and then ends up in, you know, a quote unquote bigger league or a bigger club. I will say, after the Bukhari news and the potential $5 million transfer fee there, this makes me feel more bad about that. You know, seeing Brian Gutierrez being sold for $5 million to Liga MX. I think it's maybe more the nature of the league in which he's being sold to, where Liga MX kind of has that cash to do so. Whereas, like we said, the rumor has it that in Poland, Bukhari's $5 million fee would be the largest transfer in league history. So it's, you know, you're playing with different spoils there, I guess you could say. But, you know, shout out to Chicago getting a bag as they're retooling and potentially bringing in, you know, big players. So, cool.
Yeah, and my understanding was because I think it's Zinkernagel or whatever was the starting striker there at Chicago. But Brian was doing a pretty good job, and so I think it's going to be interesting to see this lateral move for him. But I
Yeah.
think to your point of is this what the future would look like for Micah or Owen? I was kind of shaking my head internally. I was like, yeah, I think so. Because I think a lot of folks that follow the MLS and Liga MX will tell you that this is a move that is a tale as old as time, basically, you know, and so they'll come back for, you know, a la Brandon Vasquez as a, you know, superstar veteran and coming back to the league and all that good stuff. But anyway, there's that. But keeping on the Liga MX train, we have Toluca beating Tigres 9-8 in penalties to win the Apertura and secure their 12th league championship this past Sunday night.
Hey, good for them. Who has them? Are they like a top 3 club historically now in Liga MX or something like that?
I want to say that they have been doing really well ever since they transitioned to the short form tournament format.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, 12 titles looking really good. I think they're tied with Chivas actually, in terms of, you know, second most.
Okay. So they are top
all time.
looking like
so
top 3.
They're up there.
I mean, good for them, dude. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those teams that a fair weather fan like me 5 years ago, I mean, I know the name of the town of Toluca. Like I did a little bit of studying in college, but I would have been like, who? I don't know. I could tell you nothing about this team, and I still really couldn't, other than that it's in Toluca, which is a town that I know of. So shout out to them.
Yeah. I hate that it's against my Tigres, but you know, it is what it is, bro.
Score your penalties, you know.
Yeah, just got to do it.
Yeah.
Looking over at women's footy, we've got 2-time NWSL champion Midge Purse agreeing to a new contract with Gotham FC through the 2026 season. Looks like she's staying, boys.
Makes sense. Makes sense after they win. You know, they want to bring back contributors and remind me, Mitch Purse dealt with a pretty bad injury a couple years back, right?
Correct. Yeah, she was coming back. I think it was the ACL situation, but she was able to come back and contribute there towards the end of the postseason. But
oh yeah,
yeah, man.
Yeah, now she's back to 100%. Hey,
percent. Hey, yes.
That's her Instagram handle.
So. Yeah, it is.
No, it's dope though. That's good to see the champions retain good talent.
For sure. And I think on that same wave, for those of you that follow the NWSL have also probably heard of the drama that's been going on with Trinity Rodman. But it looks like the NWSL has an answer for that, and it is by introducing a quote-unquote high-impact player roster mechanism to allow teams to pay players above the salary cap. And that is pending approval from the NWSLPA. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it does. It sounds like a DP contract.
Right. Yes.
In my opinion.
It definitely sounds like, hey, copy my homework, but don't make it look like, you know.
We don't want everybody spending 3 roster spots worth of unlimited money per team, but we want teams to have the flexibility if they have a big name like Trinity Rodman, interested in staying, but can make money elsewhere. We want to keep them. I think it's a smart move. I know the NFL has the franchise tag piece, which is a little more circumstantial. It's more, I think it's like a 1-year fully guaranteed contract where they can pay a big player a bunch of money for 1 year to keep them from hitting free agency and figure something out, get them a little bit of leeway. So maybe it falls into that boat a little bit more once it all goes public and they announce what it looks like. But we'll see. I think it's smart for the NWSL to find an interim solution while they continue to grow and bring in further investment and sign new big deals for media rights and with companies and whatnot, so they can naturally get to that point where they can pay everybody more. So I think it's smart. I wonder what type of response NWSLPA will get though. You know?
Yeah. So. I think it'll be favorable on their end because I think since this is in response to the situation that Trinity was in, they'll want to make sure that she's being looked after by the league standpoint. But going to be interesting nonetheless to hear more about their offseason as we continue on. And then, hey, Lojo, you shared this with us. So, listener, truly out of left field, we are breaking big independent MLS Next Pro club news here with Check's notes. San Antonio Spurs guard Stefan Castle set to join the Connecticut United ownership group, helping to build the future of Connecticut soccer.
Hey,
Cool.
Steph knows ball, bro. Rookie of the year winner, investing in, and if I'm not mistaken, this will give him he'll be a part of the ownership group for CT United, but it's through the Connecticut Sports Group, CPSG, which also invests in women's soccer as well. There's
Hell yeah.
there's a women's pro soccer team as well as CT United, so it's both fronts. So it's not just men's, but also elevating the women's game to compete in whatever league they end up in after all is said and done. So it makes sense. He's a UConn kid. You know, he was a Husky. I'm sure he has good ties there and good mentorship out there. And I think it's a smart thing to do. Soccer's growing in the U.S. Make you some money. Do something cool.
That's what it is, bro. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the same Spurs player that wants the llama?
No, that's Keldon Johnson. Keldon Johnson wants the llama. Steph Castle is number 5. He's a part of that Area 51 nickname with Wemby. Castle's number 5. Wemby's number 1. Wemby won Rookie of the Year 2 years ago. Castle won Rookie of the Year last year for the Spurs. And so he's kind of part of the big 3 that they're growing out in San Antonio. You'd like him. He's a dog.
I like that. I like dogs, bro. Speaking of dogs, Chelsea, bro. Doing the thing.
What a transition.
Doing the thing. Yes. Taking care of Everton 2-0 at home, as they have done the last 30 times the Toffees have visited the bridge, bro. The Blues also advanced to the League Cup semifinal after beating Cardiff City 3-1 on the back of a Garnacho brace.
Yes, How you feeling, bro? I am legend fucking becoming one. I love it.
Yeah. Bro, can you explain that for me, please?
Sure. Garnacho's got some crazy facial structure. The bone, very much when he like yells and gets excited, he looks like the lead like zombie humanoid creature from I Am Legend, in my opinion.
Oh, okay. When he's screaming, the one that like
he's in there banging his head against the glass at the end and like yelling to get his homegirl back. That Garnacho looks like that dude to me because he's got those crazy pronounced cheekbones and like his cheeks are super recessed when he opens his mouth. Yeah, he got a giant like square jaw. Looks like that dude. No eyebrows. Like it's very interesting.
Hell yeah, man!
Shout out I Am Legend. He's doing his thing. And we stifled the KDH revenge game. Kieran Dewsbury Hall could not play more than 15 minutes.
I was gonna say that's on the back of Agent KDH, bro. He knew exactly what he was doing. Appreciate you, my guy. You know, Jack Grealish also knew what the assignment was, and so thank you for not clowning us. Gusto, my guy.
Bro, malo, bueno gusto.
Parlez-vous. I don't even know what that was, but it was amazing. Yeah.
He was awesome, though. It was a great game. I got to go down to San Antonio, too, to join Lojo at their San Antonio Blues watch party, and it was a good time.
Nice. Yeah.
Good time chilling at the bar with the homies, having some breakfast Takis and throwing it down. So
hell yeah, man. Good stuff. Well, it's about that time, man. I think before we head out, just want to say it's been a real, 2025. And as always, we appreciate y'all kicking it with us on this episode of the Verdependent podcast. I'm Paul Fletes, and you can find me online at PaulAndrewFC, government name.
And I'm Logan Bartlett. Catch me online at Lobar VHLM.
And remember, we will return to your podcast feeds on January 8th, but don't be surprised if you see a little social media post here or there. Enjoy your holidays, y'all. Be safe, do good, eat well, and most importantly, rock that Verde. Keep the chatter going online by following at the Verdependent on socials. And if you can, consider leaving a review, like, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. That's an episode, y'all. Peace.
Oh, why are you screaming at me?
Oh, my God.